The Springtown Shopping Center used to be full of activity. That is until businesses like these began shutting down their doors. San Marcos is looking for a new way to be identified, and we should know soon what that brand will be. According to the San Marcos Daily Record, the online surveys for a new official city brand ended this week. The answer in the form of a question: who is Alex Trebek? The Grosvenor Center for Geographic Education welcomed Trebek as its 2010 Distinguished Lecturer. The event, held in the Alkek Teaching Theater, drew a standing room only crowd, and the speech was streamed live by the university. In addition to hosting Jeopardy!, Trebek is MC of the National Geographic Bee and a member of the Board of Governors of the National Geographic Education Foundation. Trebek says students and Americans in general need to know more about geography.
American students know far too little about geography. The schools are not interested enough in that subject to teach it, and yet it's vitally important in this day and age.
Trebek says it's essential for Americans to know more about other cultures.
The world is getting smaller and smaller, and we need to know more about other societies, other cultures, if we are going to develop on the international scene.
The Grosvenor Center at Texas State, which is named for the publisher of the National Geographic magazine, is a strong advocate of geographic education and promotes a better understanding of the subject through its leadership and research. For Bobcat Update, I'm Cara Bell. The Springtown Shopping Center has been serving its customers for years, but during 2009, the shopping center lost several of its large stores. Most of the stores relocated to areas along Interstate 35 south of the city. Some customers are upset because the new locations are less convenient to them.
I'm totally confused because that's what I came in and I punched it in on my GPS for a Best Buy, and I come here and there's nothing here, but yet my GPS is telling me that it is here, and which I've learned they moved on.
Having so many businesses relocate at the same time leaves the remaining ones with less traffic. They've seen sales decline over the past several months.
Well, ours, we've been in business since '74, and we have a long-time repeat business. And really, we're just down just a very, very small percentage.
The Springtown Shopping Center used to be full of activity. That is until businesses like these began shutting down their doors. The shopping center saw its first loss when Best Buy closed. Soon to follow were Target, Penny's, and Bell's. The city explored the possibility of assisting the Alamo Drafthouse in opening a theater in one of the abandoned stores, but the idea hasn't been approved yet. Some feel the status quo is a big waste.
It should be done. They need to do something to improve this huge waste of lot. I mean, look at all this parking area that's just totally gone to waste.
The most recent store to close at the Springtown Shopping Center was Applebee's, which had been doing business there for almost 10 years. For Bobcat Update, I'm Cara Bell. President Obama is outlining the future of America's space program, which perhaps peaked during the Apollo years when it successfully landed men on the moon. But now the shuttle fleet is being retired and plans to return to the moon have been scrapped by the Obama administration. Many NASA workers are worried for their jobs and America's place in space. Obama's space plan relies on private companies to fly to the space station, giving them almost $6 billion to build their spacecraft. It also extends the station's life by 5 years and will put billions into research.